Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the JAMcast. It's episode 2, and as always, I'm joined by Juno and Mac.
Yep,
Hello.
episode 2.
Episode 2 again, because
There was never an episode before this.
we definitely didn't record one like a week or so ago, and then the recording got fucked, and it's a lost episode. That didn't happen. But
It's
Not
lost
us.
media.
it is.
That's another starter podcast that nobody's heard of.
One day,
I
when
bet
we
that,
have
well,
the JAMcast Patreon, we can release the unreleased episode 2.
yeah, and we'll get what's his name? Sea Dog. We'll get Sea Dog VA.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll be Sea Dog level.
Exactly. Good.
Dude, we'll have the Patreon money.
But today, literally a few hours ago, I think they announced the nominations for the Game Awards. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to talk about the nominations, what we think
Yep.
might win, our personal favorites that maybe didn't get nominated, if that's a thing, and just our thoughts on the games here, maybe some announcements we're hoping for, just all of that stuff. But first, as we like to do, what have you guys been doing before in the past few weeks and stuff?
Oh, I haven't said this before on the podcast, but I recently
getting married?
100%ed Baldur's Gate
Oh, okay.
3.
It's like the same thing.
Yeah, I recently 100%ed it. you know?
Nice.
Yeah, so now I'm just kind of like empty. I don't know what to do. With
You're
my
in
life.
the void.
Is the bear sex one of the achievements for 100%?
No.
It's
Oh,
not,
damn.
Did you do it anyway, though? Or?
I didn't actually.
Well,
know.
that's
I
another
hate that this is a
playthrough.
point.
Another reason to go back and play it all over again.
Yeah, playthrough just for that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah, so that's what I
Just-
did.
Okay.
Yep.
I've been playing Tales of Arise DLC that also came out recently, Beyond the Dawn. I really like it. I'm sure that we'll talk a bit more about it because Mac is also playing it.
Yep.
But also, besides that, I started a little game known as Dirge of Cerberus, and I'm not having a good time with it. But I started it, and I'll finish it, I think, if I don't give up on it. That's basically all I've been doing.
This
Yeah, I
episode's
mean-
gonna be you talking about Dirge of Cerberus.
If you want,
Yeah,
I can
we're
talk
changing
about
it.
Dirge of Cerberus.
We're not doing Game Awards anymore. It's a Dirge stream.
Okay, so
Alright.
Dirge of Cerberus is a bad game. It's not really worth playing. I'm playing it for the story because of Rebirth coming out, and I wanted to see the characters of Wise, I think he's called. And I think Vincent is cool, but this game is not cool. And that's about it.
I don't know. I think it's got that PS2 jank, charm.
Jank, yes. Charm, maybe in some points, but I wouldn't really call it that.
Mm.
I don't
Okay.
know. It's not, the gameplay is clunky and there's like barely any story. So, but I'm also still in the first half, so maybe in the second half it turns into peak. In the next
Yeah,
episode,
probably
I'll
not.
talk about how Dirge of Cerberus
Probably
is my
not.
favorite game of all time.
No, a lot
So
of these games
is
are
it important to
front-loaded.
the story?
No, because it's a sequel. Like in the timeline of the original, it's the very last thing that happens.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So like it's even after the Advent Children movie.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play it because in remake there's a DLC with Yuffie like intermission, and characters from Dirge of Cerberus show up in it, and they've already been teasing that they show
the
up in
Dirge?
Rebirth. Yeah, the Dirge of Cerberus
man.
shows up.
No
Yeah, what
way.
is the secret organization called? Like
Underground or something.
Underground? Yeah.
It's like it starts. It's like a number. It starts. It's like something 13.
13. That's
Organization
Kingdom Hearts.
13? I think that's wrong. Yeah. That'd be cool though. I hope Organization 13 shows up in Rebirth. Very
True.
nice.
No, I'd shit myself. But I mean, I wouldn't honestly. Knowing Nomura,
True. Might happen.
knowing that fucking asshole.
Be like, no, I want my characters in here.
We're gonna have Versus
No, but
13.
he would just
we're
like
gonna
make it
have...
important. He'd just be like, you have to play Final Fantasy VII if you want to understand Kingdom Hearts' story.
Yeah, it's not like the Kingdom Hearts universe and the Final Fantasy universe. You just have the Nomura universe, all of his games
Yep.
interconnected.
Yeah.
It's his master plan.
Oh my
Nomura's
god.
just like, I recently beat Baldur's Gate 3, so I've decided it's canon to
It's
Kingdom Hearts.
canon. That means that
You have
Jack
to play
Garland
Baldur's
can
Gate
show
3.
up because he worked on Stranger
my
of
God.
Paradise.
Do you think he's gonna show up?
Kingdom Hearts
What are the
4,
yeah?
almost
What are the
certainly.
chances?
He's a Nomura designed character, which means he's good to go.
I feel like he
True.
might have like a little appearance as a joke somewhere.
Dude, imagine a link with Jack Garland. Like, holy shit, that would be awesome.
True.
Yes,
Jack
Sephiroth is
Garland
gonna show up.
summon.
Sora
kick
can give him.
Sora's
Sora can give
And then
Jack Garland a
Garland's
fist
gonna
bump.
punch him.
Nah, they're gonna
Oh,
be
that'd be
besties.
so hype.
It's gonna be awesome.
He's like a summon, and then it
They'll like
ends as
bro fists.
summon with the
That's
fist
the
bump.
little animation when you summon him.
Exactly. So you were basically writing Kingdom Hearts 4 for Nomura right
Yeah.
now. So.
Nomura, you take notes.
Yeah, he's listening. Definitely.
yeah, but that was what I've been up to. Mac, what about you?
It's pretty much the same as Arkry. I've been
Georgia
destroying the Tales of
Cerberus?
Rise DLC. No, not that. These last 10 days have been like ultra hardcore gamer mode because I've been playing the Tales of Rise DLC, and before that was Star Ocean 2 remake, which I beat in like 3 days. And that shit was like perfect. I don't know, man. That was like one of the best remakes ever made, easily. Like everything in that game is just like, oh, it's so well done. It's like I was never once bored or like frustrated. It was just such a smooth experience.
That's cool.
And you know, Tales of Rise is my second favorite game of all time. Go watch episode 0 of the JAMcast. Hear my thoughts about it. And the DLC is just more Tales of Arise. And I
True.
really like what they did with it. Even though I will say it could have been better. Like they could have added arts, like more arts. They could have added like a little bit more. So I don't know if I'm disappointed per se, but you know, all I really wanted at the end of the day was more Tales of Rise, and that's what I got. So
I guess it kind of depends
Very
on the expectations. I'm pretty happy with what there is. The only thing that I would say is that there's a bit too many side quests. Because it is like, you have one single main story cutscene, you open your map, and in every single area there's a new side quest. You do all of them, you do one more main story cutscene, and there are more. It's
Sounds
a
like
lot.
Xenoblade 1.
Yes.
what sucks about it too is to get to the good quests, you have to do some of the filler quests. Like I got to Alphin's second like character quest, and it was incredible. It was like the best side quest in the game. My mind was blown, right? But to get to that quest, you have to do so many filler. You know, find the cat quest, kill the monster, deliver the herbs, cook a lemon, like all
Was
this random shit.
the Tales of Arise DLC nominated for anything?
I
Hell
don't think
no.
so, no.
No, it came out in November, so it doesn't
Oh,
qualify.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even
But
then, I
beyond
don't
that,
know.
I don't think it would have.
I feel like they need a best expansion category or something like that.
Yeah, like a DLC expansion category.
Yeah.
They don't have
There's
a
a
best
lot of good.
DLC?
No,
or
they
anything,
don't.
No.
Really?
They really need one,
That's-
but they don't have
That's
one.
weird. That's crazy to believe, considering a lot of video game like devs, they like to release half-finished products and then release DLC afterwards to make up for their lack of game. So I
Yeah.
find that
I guess
surprising.
maybe they're worried there's not going to be enough notable like DLC or expansions, but
I guess. If there's
Jeff Keighley's
like
oh my God,
three...
every fucker's releasing DLC. We can't make a
True.
category.
I feel like
for
maybe if they're like in a year there are only really like a handful of really good DLCs or expansions. So if they would have to make a category for that, it would just be like the few good ones.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like best like expansion or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like it has to be an expansion DLC.
Yeah, not like a
That makes
small like
Mhm.
DLC. Like Tales of Rise had some small DLCs, like the Sword Art Online collab and stuff, but that wouldn't count. It would just be like this Beyond the Dawn, the like expansion.
Yeah, like if it's like new areas and shit, like more game.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It doesn't have a category.
Yeah. Hello, Mac, if you have anything
Speaking
else,
of
otherwise.
categories.
No, we can move on.
Okay. Then let's talk about.
Oh, actually, hold up.
Oh.
I did want to ask.
Yes.
I feel like we should talk about this too. Recently, like a bunch of fucking stuff was just announced. Like, a new Shrek.
Like that's the
else?
first thing.
The Boys. There's gonna be a new season of The Boys. I'm trying to remember other stuff too. Off the top of my head.
True, because the writer strike
There's
and the
a
actor
bunch of
strike.
the
ended.
writer strike strike's over.
There is a lot. I also can't think of anything. But
I did see the new Shrek announcement. They're having a Shrek rave in downtown San Diego on the day before Christmas Eve. It looks very fun. They have like an onion eating contest where if you can eat a full onion before everyone else, you get like $300 or something like that.
that's amazing.
Interesting.
Seems dope. They have remixes of all your favorite Shrek songs. What the fuck are we talking? Why are we talking about Shrek?
Because their new stuff got announced. I'm trying to
I'm
find
trying
it
to
while you
look
guys
for
are
it. There's-
talking about it. But I
Yeah,
can't think of
I don't
anything
know, I
else
just
than
thought-
Shrek 5.
Did Shrek get nominated?
I
for
said
an
The
Emmy?
no, but
Boys.
the Zelda movie. The Zelda movie got
Yeah,
announced.
the Zelda movie as well.
Oh, the Zelda.
Tom Holland as Link. Let's go.
He's not gonna be. I swear to fucking
It's
God.
spicy. Okay, I think this is
It
kind
has
of
to be
like
Tom Holland.
It's not gonna be.
at first I
Tom
was like, oh,
Holland.
it's kind of a dumb joke. It's not gonna happen, but it's Sony Pictures. Tom Holland plays like always the main characters in Sony movies, so it's gonna be Tom Holland. So it's gonna be really fun.
Oh yeah. New live action Avatar.
Oh,
Did you guys see
true.
the
That got a
trailer for that?
trailer. That got a trailer. Yeah, I saw it. I think it looks cool visually, but I don't think the series is gonna be good.
The jungles of Cambodia are gonna rejoice as a new episode of that
Wrong
fucking
Avatar.
series comes out. Oh, that
What?
are you talking about the Netflix Avatar?
Are we talking about?
Doing
Aren't we
Last
talking about
Airbender.
Last Airbender? Yeah.
Airbender, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be terrible. I can guarantee that's gonna be
Yeah.
bad. That is not.
I think
It looks
visually it
kinda
looks
fun
really
to watch.
cool,
Yeah.
but just the
There's
fact
gonna be
that
a John Wick.
Hmm?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, just one small thing before we go to the John Wick thing. Just because the original creators of The Last Airbender left the project, I just have no faith in that's gonna be good. Like, One Piece live action was good because Oda was heavily involved in it. This one, the creators literally just said, we do not agree with what you're doing, we're leaving. So,
Yeah, no, it's
no
gonna be
high
whack.
hopes. Yeah, what else
And then
got
there's
announced?
there's gonna be a John Wick anime that was announced.
Bruh.
What else?
I've not watched any of the John Wick
Arcane
stuff.
season
So.
2. Arcane season
yes.
2 is coming
Arcane's gonna be
next year.
good, I hope.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
GTA 6 is gonna have a trailer
GTA 6,
next month. Let's go.
Probably during the
GTA
Game
6.
Awards, right? Or no?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's possible, but Rockstar usually just likes dropping their stuff like when they feel like it on Twitter. Like with Red Dead, they just like tweeted out their logo in red and everyone freaked out, and then a few hours later I think they dropped the trailer or something. And that got all the like attention that it needed, so I don't know if Rockstar is someone to go to these big events, but maybe it'll be
Yeah, I
there.
hope they don't actually. I'm thinking about Jeff's smug face as he gets to show off GTA. Like,
True.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Shrek 5 is reportedly set for 2025 release, as well
Nice.
as The Boys season
You should
4.
start a separate podcast just to talk about Shrek called the Swampcast.
Swampcast.
No. And then there's gonna be a new Ghostbusters movie as well. Have you guys seen
I-
the
Oh
trailer?
yeah, Frozen Empire.
I watched the trailer. I didn't watch the
I didn't see the
previous
trailer.
movie though. Like I know that they like not really rebooted it because some of the old
Why?
cast is in it. But
Why is it like a disaster movie? Like,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. They're showing like New York freeze over and like there's a shit ton of people like dying and getting frozen and I'm
But
like,
Don't the old
There's like a
Ghostbuster
big
movies
bad.
also ends with like something big attacking New York and they have to stop it?
Yeah, in the old ones, one of the movies had or was it? It's been so long since I've watched the Ghostbuster movies. I can't really remember.
It was like the white
yeah.
fluffy guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, that
Stay
was
Puft. Yeah,
Ghostbuster.
yeah.
Set two.
They have world-ending ghosts all the
Yeah.
time in New York.
I
Exactly.
suppose.
Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to quickly talk about all that because I feel like we don't talk
Yeah.
about movie shit enough.
True. No, there was a lot of
And a
news
bunch
with the
of stuff was
strike,
just
so
announced. Yeah,
that was a
a
good
bunch of stuff was
call.
just announced. Anyways, the 2023 nominees.
23 new nominees. Okay, well, we're gonna start with. I have them open here. Are we gonna go?
Best esports event.
Are we gonna go from back to front to end with the game of the year, or how are we gonna
Yeah,
go?
just get all the rabble out of the way.
Okay, yeah, no, we're not doing
Yeah.
esports stuff, so those are gone. Are we doing content
So most
creation or
anticipated
not?
game.
Let's start with the. Let's just
Dude,
start from.
Actually,
yeah.
let's talk about content creator for a second.
Okay.
Fuck
Well,
content creator of the year. Dumbest fucking category ever seen. I swear to God,
It
they paid Jeff
has-
Keighley to get in this shit.
It has Iron Mouse. People make games. Quackity's breed. I literally only know one of these people. I only know Iron
Exactly.
Mouse.
Like these. I mean, like I don't know. I know some of these. Like I've heard the name Cypher PK. I've heard of Quackity, but like I don't know. Who cares? Like actually give us creators that are like well liked and
I
known
feel
by
like
more people.
most years it's like one creator I know, and the rest I've just like maybe heard once or twice of.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I was expecting to see like Moist Critical or something, but he's not here at all.
Green is Spanish, I believe. I don't know. I just looked it up, and all of his videos are not in English. So.
Every year I see the content creator of the year like category, and it always just makes me mad because it's all like people that I don't care about, and then I know like the larger.
I know it's
like
my
creators that I actually care about.
my niche favorite YouTubers and in here. So like, what's the point?
True.
Yeah.
Where is Brotagonist? Where is Nishquick? Where is Mike Odyssey?
Okay, I don't know about that.
These are real ones.
Dude, Michael is carrying YouTube on its back with his Switch 2 videos. Like,
please leave the fucking Mike Odyssey in the server, man. Don't bring it to the podcast.
Okay.
So sick of that inside joke.
Real first topic, most anticipated game.
First off, why did
obviously
Star Wars get nominated and not Persona 3?
I don't know anyone who's actually hyped for this Star Wars game. I think everyone said it looked like it was gonna be doo-doo butt cheeks.
Yeah, it's a Ubisoft game. It's just gonna be another big.
They just gotta make Knights of the Old Republic 3. I don't know why they don't.
True.
Do that already.
They gotta continue the Knights of the Old Republic remake. That's like maybe cancelled.
That's all we want. All we want. Anyways, yeah, obviously it's smack dab in the center of the screen, like a dragon, infinite wealth. I mean, come on.
I think Rebirth is gonna win this.
No, Rebirth is gonna sweep for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Rebirth
I mean,
yeah,
but like,
mainstream.
I mean, like we all know what our most anticipated games are, right?
Okay.
Unless Arkry, yours is 7.
Mine is 7 just because I haven't played enough Yakuza games. I only played 0 and 1.
Just give them time to grow.
Yeah, I feel like by the time that I played 7...
You're not based overnight.
If I would be doing this and having played 7, I would probably choose for Infinite Wealth because I feel like I'm really gonna like a dragon. But right now I just haven't played enough of the game, so I would go for Rebirth.
Yeah, in our last episode I talked a lot about Infinite Wealth, but basically it just feels like they're trying to make the video game. Like, it's kind of insane how much is going to be in here. And I think they're going to cook. I think it's going to be like easily one of the game of the years of next year.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, and I haven't even finished the first one.
You even finished 7.
Yeah, and I'm excited for this one to come out. So
are you excited for Tekken, Juno? Because I know that you play fighting games.
Yeah. I don't know. The people that I play, like Akuma isn't in this one.
Oh, okay.
Eliza isn't in this one, I don't think. So I probably won't be picking it up because there's certain characters that aren't in it.
Oh, that
If
kind of
there's
sucks.
DLC, yeah, I'm just picky in Tekken. Like I like Tekken. I'll probably end up getting
Wait,
it.
did you say
but
Kuma? Kuma isn't even in Tekken. Or I mean, he's not a Tekken character.
yeah, but he was in 7, and I played the shit out of him in 7.
Damn.
Yeah, I played a lot of Akuma in 7, and he's not in this one. So now I'm like, well,
I
I'll just
watched
keep playing
a
7.
video about Tekken lore, and it's really funny when Akuma shows up because he's just like part of the story for some reason, even though he's a Street Fighter character.
Yeah, he's just there.
And then he beats
Got lore.
like one of the most important characters' asses, and then just walks
Yeah,
away.
they have
Bruh.
like the most badass like cutscene to introduce Akuma into the Tekken world. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm not
That's cool.
I'm not as excited for Tekken 8. I probably will get it eventually if there's a really cool DLC character or somebody, but
Yeah. You know, I
Oh,
just
man,
know
sorry.
that you're the only one of us that plays fighting games. So,
yeah.
wanted to get your
Yeah,
input. You play
I
fighting
played a little
games.
bit of Smash Bros.
True.
No, I will say fighting games. Omni-Man just came out recently for Mortal Kombat 1.
True.
He looks nutty.
Let's see some gameplay of that.
Yeah.
I saw the fatality where he gets his jaw broken and then he gets the Thanksgiving dinner stuck down his mouth.
I haven't seen that yet. Like all fatalities on Omni-Man. Anyways,
Okay.
most anticipated
Okay.
game.
Next up
We're doing
is
best adaptation.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
We need the Heimlich maneuver real quick.
Yeah.
for Juno.
Okay, so
we got
I only saw
Castlevania, Gran
I
Turismo,
don't
The
even
Last
wanna
of Us,
talk about
Mario, and Twisted Metal.
I only saw the Mario movie. But
I only
So,
saw The Last of Us and the Mario movie.
I voted for Twisted Metal because I like that they actually care about like Twisted Metal to bring it
I'm
back.
gonna make the safest bet of my life and say Last of Us is winning this. Like, dog, to everyone watching
Yeah.
this, I will give you $10 each if Last of Us doesn't win.
Maybe.
Just
I don't know.
because-
The Mario Bros movie might win though.
Mario Bros. Movie did ass with critics.
Yeah,
though.
that's
It
the
was like-
thing. I would say that it's like a very close tie between both of them, but just because it's going to be critics deciding this, The Last of Us is winning this. Because critics did not like the Mario movie.
Twisted Metal was the biggest surprise because it's like literally everybody thought that was gonna be like absolutely fucking awful.
Apparently
And
it's
then it turned
good.
out it was good, yeah.
I didn't watch it
I'll have
though.
to watch it.
I haven't heard that many people talk about it, but
I haven't seen it, but I just voted on it because I think it's really cool that we actually got like Twisted Metal in 2023.
True.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of random.
Yeah.
Was oh, hold on.
I was just gonna say like some like I don't know directors just like yeah Twisted Metal. Remember that on the PS3? Let's make it a show.
True. But let's make it on Peacock, so literally
let's
no
make
one's
it a
gonna
show,
watch
and
it.
let's get the Captain America guy. On
Yeah, let's get the Captain America guy and have Sweet Tooth give him back shots on a fucking slot machine.
Why isn't Five Nights at Freddy's here?
Maybe it came out too late.
I just thought about that because that's also on Peacock exclusive. Maybe it came out too late.
But it's probably because it did like even worse than the Mario movie with critics.
Oh,
It got like
true.
a 4 out of 10 with critics.
True, but it was good. I liked
The
it.
fucking Gran Turismo movie's gonna win.
I have no idea if that one's good or not. That just kind of came out.
What's his name from
Stranger Things?
Stranger Things.
David Harbour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Harbour from Strangers in Paradise.
I want to talk about Castlevania Nocturne a little bit because the first 4 seasons. Yeah, so the first 4 seasons of Castlevania are like probably in my top 5 favorite shows of all time. Like it was so good. Other than season 3, we don't talk about season 3, but you know, 1 and 2 and 4 were all so good. And then Nocturne came out, and I was gonna watch it, but I don't know. I just kept seeing like clips on Twitter and kept hearing about like what they did with the show, and my hype died so immensely. Like hearing all the like weird Marvel dialogue. No, I haven't. I need to. I still want to, but I don't know. I've never had my hype die for a show like so quickly because it's like I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be peak, and then I'm like, then I see like the show actually released and everyone's just like kind of shitting on it.
I
Wait, it's
mean,
got like Marvel writing, you said?
Yeah, the dialogue that I've seen from
Mm.
the clips is like
Have you
so
watched it,
bad.
though?
No, I haven't. I've only seen clips, so it might actually be
maybe
good. This
it
might
can
be
still be
cherry
good.
I would
Yeah.
check it out because
No, I'm
I just
definitely still gonna
recently
watch it. Yeah.
I just recently started watching the spin-off series Gen V for The Boys.
Yeah.
hmm
Um, and I went into it thinking it was gonna be super bad, like like Resident Evil, like Netflix, like the new one.
Yeah. Because there were also
Like I
like
thought it was
clips
gonna be
going
like
around
that.
of that.
Yeah, because there was a clip of a character calling PewDiePie Nazi, right? And that clip
Yeah.
blew up. But in the show, it is just literally that one line, and then that is it.
Yeah, I feel
That
like
character never says anything like
on
that ever
It's not
Twitter
again.
just
it's
the
a lot
dialogue
like,
though.
but I feel like on Twitter it's easy to like take one clip in which it might
Yeah.
look bad and then just shit on the show endlessly because of it,
Oh yeah,
even though it
no,
might still be good. So
it's crazy how much like taking clips out of context like that can affect how you view the show. Because besides that, like, and that scene wasn't even that bad. Because like I said, it was just the one line, and then it went back to being a TV show. But that show has been like Gen V has been really good so far.
okay,
So
Mhm.
that's
maybe
cool.
Castlevania Nocturne is actually like
So I was about to say it's not
goated.
just the that one line. You gotta remember, Castlevania Nocturne is an adaptation, and a
Yeah.
lot of things they adapted are very strange to me. Like Richter's love interest in the original games was like a noblewoman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
for the show, they were like, okay, we're canning all that. She's now a vampire hunter too. She's badass. She can like,
Well,
Oh,
that's
like
you
pretty
know,
major.
strong
Straight.
independent woman
yeah.
trope.
And apparently she gets more screen time than Richter now, and it's just like, I don't know,
Hmm.
like that's
Okay.
such a weird change. Like when I
Mm.
watch Castlevania Nocturne, I want to see Richter and his party,
You want to see
dealing with some
buff,
vampires.
muscular men,
hmm
Belmonts fighting vampires. That's what you want to see. You want to see
Yeah.
I mean,
oily, muscly men wrestling undead.
I don't know. I think it would have been fine if they kept his
yeah.
love interest
I
the
mean,
same, but
Netflix does
they had
have
to change
That's
like
what
it.
I
is
want to
kind
see,
of
at
known
least.
for forcing in like weird diversity or like just kind of changing things just to have like, oh look, strong woman, oh look, gay characters, even though it like
But that's
doesn't
the thing.
fit the plot.
There
Like
there
if
already is strong women in Castlevania. Like if you look at the art here on the Game Awards, you see Maria, and Maria's was in the original games. Once you beat the game, you unlocked her, and she was like a super overpowered mage character.
And
So they already have the
she's
strong
not
woman character. Like
the
she's not the love
sorry.
interest, no.
no, okay.
So they're just giving a bunch of attention to somebody else, even though
To
there's a
some
prime
random character that
candidate
was
right
like
there.
not even
That's
important in the original
weird.
That's
games.
really
That's
weird,
so
yeah.
weird. You have the blueprint right there, and you're just gonna make like
Again,
a
I haven't
worse
seen it,
version.
so I don't know
Yeah.
Nah, it might not be as bad as you think it is,
how
but
bad it actually is. So I'll definitely
Mm,
watch it soon, but
yeah.
I don't know. I had my hype killed for it because
yeah.
of some of that stuff. It was like, okay.
What do you think of, because like maybe one of the most popular one here that we haven't really said anything about, what do you think of the Mario movie? Do all of you watch it? Did you both
Yeah,
watch
I
it?
Dude,
seen it. I seen it in theaters. It was
Oh,
honestly, um, it was just kind of like a movie, you know.
I saw it on my phone on Twitter. Someone
It
posted "fuck it" the entire Mario movie, and I watched it
you
like
were at
that.
work and you were like, well, mine as
Yeah,
well.
Nah,
yeah.
I
I was just scrolling
fucking.
Twitter, and I was like,
That's
"Ooh, a
so
Mario
funny.
movie," and I sat there and watched the movie.
Two different ways of watching the movie. I seen it in theaters.
Is that actually how you watched it, or was that just a joke?
Yes, no, that's the
Oh
only way
god.
I've watched it to this day. I haven't watched it any other way.
No, I
That's
also
so
watched it
funny.
in cinemas. I
It
liked
was
Yeah,
it
I
though.
don't feel
fine.
like. I just feel like it was just kind of. Yeah, it was just
It was
fun. You know.
fun, yeah.
I have a because it's like I think it's a kids movie.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
the
know.
star scene
definitely.
at the end was hype, where like
I have
they get the star
so
power up. That was dope.
kids movies I'm
True.
less critical about. I just more or less just try to enjoy it because
Yeah.
they don't need to be super
Yeah, it's not
deep.
that deep.
'Cause, yeah, their
hmm
target audience are like they eat crayons.
I agree and I disagree. I think we should really push for better media for children. especially these
I mean, it's not
days.
Yeah.
that it should be shit,
Don't
but
get
it's
me
also
wrong,
not
I
like...
think-
Yeah, Mario movie's fine. No, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of kids movies that really push the envelope, like Up, for instance.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I-
true.
Like
Yeah,
that
don't get me
movie, it's
wrong. I
like,
think all
holy shit.
kids movies should have like deep meanings of life. Like Pixar movies usually do that. Like it's usually like a big message for
What's
like
the last Pixar movie? I feel like hasn't
was it
Pixar been kind of
Elemental?
shit? It was Elemental.
Wait, is it?
Is Elemental Pixar?
Pixar movies. I'm gonna see what...
Oh, I forgot about Elemental.
Lightyear...
Was it X? No
Onward,
way. It
Soul,
was.
Luke, what? That's 2020, 2020.
Search up
2021.
latest Pixar movie.
I just...
It was Elemental. It was.
Yeah, it was Elemental, okay. That is from Pixar.
That was my
yeah.
favorite character in all of fiction. His name's
Oh
Claude.
my god! Shut up. Fucking Claude.
Oh man.
Yeah, but
Claude.
that movie was good though. Elemental. I liked that
No,
movie.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
That's it's a topic for another JAMcast. I definitely do
Yeah.
not share your opinion on that. But,
It's an
I respect
Elemental
it.
Let's move
special.
on from best adaptation. We've been here forever.
Wait.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a
Okay,
gonna
we're
be a long
moving on.
podcast.
We can skip multiplayer and sports racing, right?
Is
Or do we
it?
wanna check
Well,
out
let's
Wait,
see.
let's look
Well,
at them
let's
at
just
least.
quickly look at them. Yeah.
Best multiplayer Baldur's Gate. No.
It's a crime that Diablo 4 got so many nominations. This shit is so
I feel
bad,
like
dude.
Diablo shouldn't win anything just because of how much a scummy game that is. Like trying to get your
Yeah.
money at
It's
every
so
corner.
weird, like Diablo 4 and then Party Animals.
Doug, when I saw that they were using dark patterns in their shop to like have people accidentally buy stuff, that's when I was like, okay,
I saw
this
that
game
video
deserves fucking
of someone
nothing.
that like spent money on accident because the game doesn't ask for confirmation or anything.
Yeah.
So we just
Exactly.
misclicked
They
and
put-
it's like, well,
Yeah, they put the buy button in like the most inconvenient spot, and the dude bought the battle pass by accident. And he couldn't refund it because it just does it.
yeah,
That's terrible. That's like,
that is really shitty.
why is that allowed? That just should be illegal.
I think best multiplayer should probably go with Baldur's Gate 3.
Party,
I think
yeah.
that offers a really like unique and
Because you can
cool
play like the
multiplayer
whole
experience.
campaign with friends. I feel like that's a
Mhm.
good like way of doing multiplayer.
Yeah, try playing a whole campaign with friends though. It's fucking impossible to
yeah.
get everyone together.
Okay, true. I mean, the
Well, if you have,
Mario
like, a dedicated
multiplayer is
group-
cool though.
Like
What's
a
up?
Neo 2 level group, Stranger's Paradise level group, then
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have to be dedicated if you're gonna play Baldur's Gate multiplayer.
Yeah.
I've started so many games where we just never get past the beginning.
But that's like the thing though. It's a cool game and has a cool multiplayer system, but it's also like 100 hours long or something. Like, I feel like it's
Yeah,
really
it's a
hard to
big
get a group together for 100 hours and like play through a campaign together.
the thing with D&D
Mhm.
though is that's how long D&D campaigns usually
Yeah,
take.
yeah, though, like it's basically the same, but I get that's also a bit annoying maybe sometimes to get everyone together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, for that period of time, it's kind of insane.
Yeah. Yeah, Baldur's Gate
I
will
feel like-
probably win this. Or Mario.
Mario is a pretty good contender too. Like
Mario has
games are
really
always fun
cool
with people.
multiplayer because you're like you can couch co-op the game and just like have two players playing, but then you'll also be connected online and people that you don't know can also be helping you out in the levels and stuff. So I also think that
That's
that's
cool.
really cool. It adds like a lot of dynamic stuff to it.
And then for
That is
best
pretty
sports
cool.
and racing, we can all agree
Stuff
Hot
like-
Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged is number one, right?
True.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even like. I just clicked on. I seen Hot Wheels. I'm like, yep.
Hot Wheels.
Winner.
Best sim strategy.
I think I just voted for
Fire.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I feel like Fire Emblem or Pikmin is gonna win this.
That's awesome that Fire Emblem actually got nominated. I did not think such like weeb shit would ever be in the Game Awards, but here it is.
Yeah.
I have
That's
my problems with
amazing.
Engage, but if we're just like judging it off of how good of a strategy game it is, it deserves this 1,000,000%. It is like the best strategy RPG.
I wonder
gameplay
if
I've
it'll
ever
win
experienced.
though. Because that's what we're saying as gamers, but like mainstream people and critics want to just be like, oh, what? Pikmin?
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Probably Pikmin will win.
Yeah,
you're
I feel
right,
like
but
Pikmin is gonna win.
Pikmin is a strategy game? What?
I don't know, I don't play it.
I didn't even know that.
I mean, it's
Whatever.
kind of a puzzle game, I guess. Like, if there's puzzles, you gotta strategize. and how to use your
That's-
pick min the best. How to pick your min. I
a
don't know.
stretch, but okay.
Maybe they
see
needed
what you're
more
saying.
games because
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably. Considering City Skylines 2 is on here, I know that's like one of the worst optimized games of all time.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because the first game is pretty good, and the second game is probably a lot better, but it just doesn't
Dude,
work.
I heard they rendered teeth for all 1 million like citizens in the city. Like,
That is
why?
Yeah, why would you
I
do
have
that?
no idea. That's not really the game in which you're ever gonna see teeth, so why are we rendering them?
Yeah, then the game chugs on like even good computers.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's
hey,
next?
real quick.
Oh.
Real quick. I need to go do something real quick.
Oh.
Do you guys mind if we pause real quick?
No, we can pause.
No. Okay,
Alright.
that's fine.
While he's almost back, check my stream.
Oh shit, there it is.
It's Nish Quick Pops, holy shit.
Where the fuck are you seeing this image?
Nish just sent this to me. I thought I'd include it in our small intermission.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. He made it.
Let's go. I'll leave this open for when he returns. It's like in the middle of a Tails boss. I'm just gonna continue that now.
Yeah, you'll just beat the DLC and then Dust will be like, oh, sorry about that, guys.
Then we can turn into a Beyond the Dawn podcast. Okay, we're back.
Yep.
JAMcast can
it's-
continue.
I'm really sorry about
What do you
that.
think of the final boss of the Beyond the Dawn?
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
It's so funny, bro. He has the fucking.
What do you think of
He
this?
isn't on deck.
What do you think of this?
What? just taking a
Junospite.
screenshot?
What do you think of our new nominee?
Oh! It took me a fucking minute to realize. Yeah, I fuck with that. That's awesome. That's my vote.
Exactly.
Base.
Congratulations to Nish
I was just like-
Pops.
I was sitting there looking at him like, why are you taking screenshots? We can just look at it on the website. And then I looked.
Okay, no.
I fuck with that.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay.
I thought you like made that really quick while we were
No, I was playing Tales of Rise.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so let's
Okay,
continue.
editor, start it back up right here.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
might
to-
keep some of that stuff. I think that was kind of funny. I don't know. We talked a bit about the fucking Nish Quick edit. Kind of
Mhm.
funny. Might leave it in. We'll see.
Talked about your
Yeah,
grandma
Patreon,
beating you.
dude. Patreon. We need to fucking
We first
We
need
need
to
to, like,
upload
hold on all
uncut
the-
content on our channel so they can see what they're gonna get if they go to the Patreon. That's how to do it.
Yeah.
So uncut content. The photo for the Patreon is just like Dust naked with like a gift box around his like junk.
Yep.
Oh god. Okay,
It's like, what secrets lie in our Patreon?
let's continue with the best family game.
Best family. I don't have
Not
a family,
Sonic.
so
Baldur's
yeah,
Gate
definitely
3.
not Sonic.
But
Dude, I
Baldur's
watched a
Gate
video on
3,
just
on to
how-
the next one.
I watched a video on just how bad this new Sonic game is. It's actually criminal, like criminally bad.
Really? It's worse than Frontiers?
It's like 2
definitely
hours
worse than
long, isn't it?
Frontiers. Yeah, so
How do they
it's about
keep
4
making
hours long,
worser
and it's
worser-
$60. But the idea is you can replay it with different characters, you know. But that doesn't like
yeah.
really change the game at all.
Be careful though, the Sonic fans are on their way. I can hear
Let them
them.
come. Let them come.
I don't know, man. I like
I'll slay every last one of them.
it just looks so bad, especially when compared to like Mario 1.
True. Hey, Mario Wonder
Yeah, I
has
just-
this, I feel like.
I don't get it, man. Mario always, whenever Mario shit comes out, it is the most highest of quality like video game you have seen.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Like it is like like they make sure it is perfect every time they release it. But it just feels like for Sega and their, and Sonic, it just feels like they don't really give as much of a shit.
They
Like,
also
because they
release
keep-
their
always
games like
ends up
unfinished and
unpolished.
stuff. Yeah.
They can't keep releasing like Sonic games that get progressively like worse. Like how is that possible? You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah. I don't know how they
Yeah, it's-
keep doing it.
I just
I
don't
think I
get
don't
like
pay
why
$60
we're
for
in the
this game.
timeline where Sonic games are always mid.
You'd think that people would stop buying them if they keep being so bad that
I'm
they'd
gonna-
stop making
I'm gonna
money
give
and then
you
they would just
guys-
die, but
a hot take.
Yeah.
Sonic games have always been mid.
I can't really say about
There's a
anything. I
few
just
good
played
ones.
Unleashed on the PS2 and that's
There's a
it.
few of them that are kind of fun.
I
like
love
Heroes is
Unleashed.
fun, and Adventure 2 is fun, but I
Mhm.
wouldn't exactly say they're good games.
Not like
Especially-
Mario.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single Sonic game that's like actually like a quality, like
Right.
well-made game. Other than maybe Mania, but Mania is funny because that was actually made by the fans, like
Yeah,
mostly.
it's a.
Oh, it
it's not
was?
even like it's a. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I
Sonic
didn't know
Mania
that.
is developed by fans. That's why it's like regarded as one of the best modern Sonic, or it's not modern, but
Yeah.
one of the
I
more
know what you mean.
recent Sonic games.
I mean, Nintendo's just on their shit. Like Tears of the Kingdom, Pikmin 4, Mario Wonder. Didn't all these games
True.
get like 90s?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
did.
And they're also just really high quality. But like, you know what I'm talking about? Whenever they release something Mario related, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
like
When it's a
Nintendo,
new
like
game,
they're using
it's
the
like,
latest technology for Mario.
Yeah.
You
They just
know?
take
Like,
a-
it's always like
handcrafted every hair on his mustache.
yeah, it's so crazy. It's gonna get to the point where I'm gonna see the pores on Mario's fucking skin in the next game.
Yeah. Yep.
you know.
It's
You're
I've
gonna be
heard,
able to smell his Italian musk
It's just like
through the
it's so
console.
strange to me, but it's cool that Mario games are just always like high
Yeah,
fidelity, like just
true.
really nice looking games, really well made games.
I never really
Crazy.
played a lot of Mario
Sonic is
games. Before Wonder came out, it was kind of like I always felt that they were a bit lazy because I didn't know a lot about it, and also because like, oh, Mario on the Switch is the same game as Mario on the Wii U, which is the same game as Mario on the Wii, and it's like re-release after re-release. But when they
Yeah,
like actually have a
yeah.
new game with Wonder now, it's really good. Like I didn't really enjoy the other one, the like Mario U Deluxe. So I didn't think I'd enjoy
Yeah.
Wonder that much, but I've actually been really enjoying Wonder. I think it's a lot of fun.
Mario U Deluxe is like soulless, bro. Yeah, no wonder you
True.
like Wonder a lot more. Like,
Yeah, no, I
that's-
don't know.
I
Everyone's
don't
always
know.
like, "Oh, Mario's so much fun! It's like awesome platformer." And then I played U Deluxe, and I was like, "Oh, is this Mario? Is this the Mario that everyone's been hyping up?"
Nah,
man,
you gotta play like
Super Mario
Sunshine.
Galaxy.
Yeah, now with
Galaxy.
Wonder, I do get it. I'm interested in like playing some of the other ones, but
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't like 3D World though. I don't know. There's something about it. It's like
It's been so long since I
2.5D
played
kinda.
that
I don't
one.
know.
I can't really have an opinion.
Yeah.
But I remember Super Mario Galaxy being amazing.
Yeah.
Played that originally on the Wii. It was so awesome. Anyways,
See what
best
else.
family is gonna be Mario Wonder. Best fighting
True,
game.
best
Baldur's
fighting.
Gate 3. I just voted for Mortal Kombat 1. To be honest, Mortal Kombat 1 is kind of it's alright. I
Did
mean,
Street Fighter 6 get like a good fan reception
I've
and
heard
stuff?
no.
I feel
don't
like
get-
it's gonna be
no,
between
Street
Mortal
Fighter
Kombat
6
and Street Fighter.
Street Fighter
but-
6, it got an amazing reception. It is a really good fighting game. I am just not really into Street Fighter.
Can we
Oh,
just
okay,
talk
okay,
about
okay.
how Street Fighter 6 is one of the worst box arts I've ever seen?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Except
true.
dude looked
that,
like he
yeah.
just filled his pants. Like,
That I agree. That box art is atrocious, and I wish they changed it.
Like as soon as the box art and the logo got revealed, everyone was like, "No, this is really bad," and they kept it.
Yeah. And
they
I
should
don't
have
know
just made
why
the
they
Still
box
did that.
art
bad.
Cammy's ass. I feel like that would have been,
Yeah,
getting the
that would have
main
gotten
point
more
of the game
sales.
across.
True.
Yeah.
Street Fighter does have Cammy, so I guess Street Fighter wins.
Yeah, true. I've never even heard of like some of these
Oh,
other
we're still
nominees.
here.
Like Nickelodeon, I heard of.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, didn't that like just come out? Like
It's pretty
Pretty much.
recent, yeah. I don't know what Pocket Bravery or God of Rock is. I've not heard of them.
Yeah, I never even heard of that. They must have just been like, fuck, I don't know, put something.
We need more games.
I've never heard of these games.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
of Rock.
So I guess Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat has this one.
Mhm.
Best RPG. Here we go.
Fuck this category. I fucking hate RPGs. I'm gonna go
Jeez.
play Mario.
Classic Mac
Okay,
moment.
unironically,
How-
all right, Baldur's Gate 3, I believe, is the best RPG of this year.
Oh, Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna win this, no challenge, no doubt.
Baldur's Gate 3
Um,
deserves it.
I've literally
in my
only
opinion.
played Final Fantasy out of these, so can't really say a lot. I played the Lies
Baldur's
of P
Gate
demo,
3,
but
It
I
is
started Sea of
so-
Stars. It's a very beautiful game, but
It's
not gonna win
crazy
over
playing
these.
Baldur's Gate 3 and then trying to play like another RPG. Like the way the writing of Baldur's Gate 3 is just so good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every character is like well written. Like I forget who I was talking to about this, but recently after beating Baldur's Gate, I've been, getting kind of into the boomer RPGs, right? Like I've been playing Fallout 1.
Yeah.
And that made me want to play Fallout New Vegas. So I've just been kind of like on a Fallout binge. Um and playing through New Vegas, which is one of my favorite video games and like one of the best video games of all time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Its writing and it's not fair to compare these two, but the writing is just like I don't know how to explain it. Like
Another
Baldur's Gate
level.
3 has such good writing. Everything feels alive, like I can
Yeah.
go up to an NPC and they'll give me like I can ask them questions, they'll give me information, and I feel like we're having a conversation, and it feels like that NPC is like a living, breathing person in a real world. But they do the exact same thing as a Fallout New Vegas NPC, where they just dumped a bunch of exposition on me or gave me a bunch of information for a quest, right?
Yeah.
An issue in Fallout New Vegas that I noticed when I was playing, a lot of NPCs just kind of exist for you to ask them questions, and then that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like like a lot of NPCs, it's very obvious they're just like, I'm the NPC that does this, But it's like in
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate, it's like I just talked to a dude and got information, but it didn't feel like I was just running through all the dialogue options trying to like
Yeah,
exhaust
it
everything
felt
to
like
get
you
stuff for a
talked to a
quest.
character that could actually
Yeah.
be real and live there instead of
It
a
felt like
character placed there for you to talk to so he could give you information.
exactly. Baldur's Gate 3 Baldur's Gate 3's writing is like this for just everything, basically. It feels like you are in a living world,
Yeah.
Those guys just think you're
It's great.
schizophrenic.
Yeah,
He
that
was just
too.
talking to the voices in his head.
Yeah, he was just talking to a stereo who's like right behind him. Like, oh yes, say this.
But yeah, so I was just playing Fallout New Vegas. I just realized like a lot of this NPCs, it's just like I'm just spamming like just asking, questions at this dude, and then once I'm
Yeah.
done, I just leave, and then he is just useless to me now,
You
like
just
this
like keep
NPC.
standing around there.
Yeah. It just feels like, and don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying New Vegas's writing is like bad or anything. Like I love New Vegas, but my point is just that Baldur's Gate 3 has such amazing writing that even compared to an
Yeah.
awesome game like New Vegas, it's still just like holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like Baldur's Gate wins this. I liked 16, but I don't think, like, just from the reception that Baldur's Gate has gotten, I don't think it's gonna win against that.
Yeah, no. One thing I
Yeah.
will say about this category that made me a little is there's no Octopath 2 nomination, which,
Mm-hmm.
is one of the most RPGs I've ever played. It is like when you think of RPG, that's like one of the first games that comes to my mind because it's everything that encapsulates that genre, like
Mm.
put into one game.
If you'd have to
And
put it in here, what you replace it with?
easily
Starfield, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Star Slop would be fucking booted. Like all these other games are phenomenal. I really want to play like P. I gotta keep playing Sea of Stars. I don't know if I'll ever get to Baldur's Gate, maybe. But Starfield, it's like, come on, man. Like there's so many problems with that game. Like even Bethesda fans think it's like one of the lower tier Bethesda games. Like I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. That's interesting.
Yeah,
It got
I don't know. I knew from the moment they announced that shit, it was just gonna flop.
And I
I've
know
just kind of
people
given up
like it.
on.
I feel like
I've just
people
kind of
like
given
Starfield.
it.
up on Bethesda games.
Starfield, I expected it to flop, and it was better than I expected. But it's also like it was like in the conversation for maybe a few weeks, and then it immediately died
Yeah, I
down.
mean, it's
While
gonna be
people are still
relevant.
talking about like other
Yeah,
Bethesda games.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna be relevant, and it's gonna like people are gonna get it because regardless of like, it's so strange to me because Bethesda has not had the best track record, like
Yeah.
as of recently for their games, and it's just crazy to me because there's a lot of people like this that just like I don't know, like the AAA dudes that are always like arguing about consoles on like Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like these kinds of people that buy like Starfield and stuff
Yeah,
and
true.
Yeah,
enjoy it. And
I
I'm just
I do
like,
agree that Starfield wasn't like as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and that a lot of people thought it was gonna be. Like a lot of people were thinking it's gonna be like Fallout 76 bad, but
I feel like it's just like slightly above average.
it was definitely a decent game. It's just that it's not nearly what it was hyped up to be,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I don't think it deserves a spot
I
here.
don't know. I haven't played a Bethesda game, but I've not don't really have a desire to play either. Like I really want to play Fallout New Vegas. I really want to play Skyrim. I don't really have interest in Starfield. I don't know.
yeah, it just seems like a very mediocre game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely thought Octopath 2 was be here, and it's sad that it's not because last year Triangle Strategy got in, and Triangle Strategy wasn't even like that talked about like outside of its sphere,
Yeah, true.
Hmm.
But
I don't know. I
I
feel
feel like
like no, you can
Common
go.
Jeff L.
I was gonna say, I feel like, do you guys think it's fair that like games like Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield are in the same category as Lies of P in Final Fantasy 16?
It
Because I
depends
know
on
they're
what other
role
categories those
playing.
games are in.
So this
Yeah, I
happens
just feel
every
like
Game Awards. There's always going to be games that vastly will outdo the other nominees, but I think it's still really important that they were a nominee at all
Yeah.
because
yeah.
people will see that and they'll go, "Oh, Liza P was that good? It was nominated for best RPG. Wow, maybe I
Hmm.
should try Liza P."
Yeah, it's like a
It's
very
still
Yeah.
really
different type
important.
of RPG, but it's still an RPG, and I feel like it deserves to be on here.
Right. I just yeah, I'm just trying to think like I feel like it's not fair to vote against them because they play very differently.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
I guess,
I guess that
but
kind of depends because there's also like best action and stuff. I don't know if like 16 would be nominated for them, but because I
Yeah.
haven't looked at the nominations like
I just feel
closely
like
before recording, so kind
compared
of
to
depends.
Baldur's Gate 3 has way more role playing aspects because you create a
Yeah,
whole character and stuff. While in 16, it's like you're role playing as Clive, like you're going through his story. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, there's always there's a big debate going on still of like is 16 even an RPG? So like,
Yeah. And just like Liza P, it's like Liza P, you're not role playing to the same extent as you would in like
yeah,
Baldur's Gate or Starfield.
you're just role playing as a twink Pinocchio.
Yeah. Well, in Baldur's Gate, it's like you're creating your whole character, Same with Starfield.
yeah. I got you,
Mhm.
man.
I don't know.
True, true. Yeah. Next category or anything else?
This next
It's
category
like
is
a
gonna be
long episode.
interesting.
Best
Best
yeah,
action and
that's fine.
adventure. So it's gonna
Action
be interesting because I
adventure.
feel like we all have different games we would pick.
But best
I
action
haven't played
adventure
any of
combining
these.
combat with traversal and
Oh,
puzzle
okay.
solving.
I haven't played any of these games.
Damn.
So
I feel like no
I
matter
just voted
what
for Zelda, I
wins,
think.
I feel like everything that's here deserves a win, though. I would say Star Wars is like the least one here, even though I really, really liked it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Star Wars, it had those performance issues at launch, and
yeah. Like I haven't.
that really bogged it
I played
down.
all of these besides for Alan Wake, and I really liked all of them. But I feel like Star Wars I'd put the lowest. But all
Yeah,
of
like
them
all
are
these games are
like
talked about as like
deserving.
masterpieces, and then Jedi Survivor, everyone said like, "Oh yeah, it's good. It's better than the original,"
Yeah.
but I didn't hear anyone call it like a
Like I
masterpiece.
feel like all of these games here are either 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, and then Star Wars is like a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Like it's still really good, but I wouldn't put it to like the same heights as these games.
Yeah. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I'd give this to Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom isn't just the best action adventure game of this year. I think it is the best adventure game ever made. It's just like it's the perfect open world game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the puzzle solving is unlike anything else in like any other game. Like it's truly unique and like malleable puzzle solving that like where your personality can shine through and you can come up with so many different solutions. it's just unlike anything I've ever played. It's really like a miracle game in my opinion.
Yeah, like I prefer Spider-Man and Resident Evil over Zelda, but for this category, it is like adventure, traversal, and puzzle solving. I do feel that Zelda just takes that. Because you can do so much with the puzzle solving and everything. Like, and that's also the game that feels the most like an adventure. I would really call Leon going to the fucking infested village an adventure.
It's a fun adventure.
So yeah.
Leon goes to Portugal.
One adventure.
Oh man, that'd be quite the adventure.
Yeah.
This is
Starring
interesting.
Hinolte.
Let's see what else.
Best action game has some weird.
Dude,
Dead
it's crazy that Ghost Runner
Island?
2 is on here because that shit like barely just made it.
I didn't even know that came out already.
I know, like it came out just in time to be like, okay, you're early enough to be nominated.
I feel like a
it
game like
might have just missed the cutoff.
I feel like a game like Final Fantasy 16 or Lies of P would have also been deserving of a nomination here. Like primarily because it's literally best game in the action genre focused on combat. Like I feel like
yeah, and it's weird that fucking Dead Island 2 is in here. Did you guys play Dead Island 2?
No.
So
no, I don't think Dead Island 2 is actually
because
I think people said that's like 7 out of 10.
I heard it's very alright.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because well, the original Dead Islands weren't like, like peak, like, oh my god, this is immaculate, like this is the greatest video game ever. Like they were pretty good too. But I don't know. I haven't played the second one, so. But yeah, I didn't really hear anything from it when it came out. I know like a bunch of YouTubers got sponsored to play it, and then after that, just never really heard anything about it again.
All I know about it is that it was in development hell, and then it came out, and it was like a 7 out of 10, and people were like, yeah, for being in development for that long and having such a rough development, this is like one of the best outcomes that we could have gotten. Like that's the consensus that I've heard from it.
For the longest time, people didn't even know if it was like real. Like we got a trailer from it like years ago, and then after that trailer, just nothing for years and years and years. I think eventually we learned that it was being canceled, maybe. Or
I think it got
something was happening to it, and then it came back.
I'm pretty sure they restarted development a few times, and that like it got rumored to be canceled, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
I voted for Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, okay. I'll probably vote for Armored Core because that's the game all of these I'm most interested in. Haven't played any of them.
Yeah, I haven't played any of them either, but I'm interested in Armored Core and Remnant 2. I think both these
Remnant 2
games
seems
look
like
cool.
A very fun game to play.
Especially in like co-op.
Yeah.
Armored Core though probably deserves this one though.
Yeah, I want Armored Core together because I don't think they got nominated for anything else. So
I think I don't know. I voted Hi-Fi Rush because I think the gameplay I think it's very fun to watch.
Isn't it like kind of rhythm combat
as well? It's a rhythm-based
well?
action game. Yeah, you have to do hits and dodges, everything on time. The whole world is like animated around the beat.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super rhythm based.
No, I've not seen that much about the game.
I haven't played it, but I watched a lot on it.
I just saw people talk about it, but I don't know, I never really got that interested in it to like look up more about it, to like actually watch gameplay of it. So
yeah, I don't play video games apparently.
You just play Baldur's Gate.
Best VR.
I voted for Resident Evil Village just because Lady Dimitrescu is sitting right there, and I was just like, whoa, mama.
The monkey brain activated.
Yeah, seeing her.
You probably voted for Horizon Call of the Mountain.
8 feet in
VR, because Horizon is peak.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
But it's like Resident Evil is like a full AAA game in VR. I feel like that's better.
Yeah.
Like Horizon is cool,
picture,
but it's like a small. Horizon's like a small experience created for VR, which is usually kind of whatever. While full fucking AAA game in VR is always going to be cooler.
You're telling me playing Resident Evil Village VR and seeing Lady Dimitrescu 8 feet tall, you have to look like literally directly up to look at her.
Like the Willem Dafoe meme.
This is peak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I'd be able to contain myself. All right, let's move
Let's
on.
move on before you combust.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
so
there's
I'm
not
gonna-
the
Best
I'm gonna jet
mobile
back to looking
game.
at that image. Oh my fucking god! It's obviously Honkai Star Rail.
I hate Honkai Star Rail. I want Final Fantasy to win.
Yeah, I don't
Monster
really
Hunter
have an
now is
opinion
really
on
fun.
this.
It's just Pokemon Go Monster Hunter, but I've been playing it at like work every once in a while, and I always enjoy booting it up. But
Hello
I will
Kitty
say, it's too grindy.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure I heard was pretty good, actually.
Didn't even know it
It's just
existed.
Animal Crossing, right?
It's just Hello Kitty Animal Crossing, but it's actually
Holy
like pretty good.
shit.
Yeah, I
What?
definitely want Ever Crisis to win, but I have problems with Ever Crisis. I think they
Too
made it a
grinding.
little too hard. Yeah, I don't know.
I have the
Like,
same with Star Rail.
I only want to play Ever Crisis to like see how they did the story and stuff, and like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care for the like enemies that just wipe my team if I'm one power level too low. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't played that much of Ever Crisis. I think I played up until where I unlocked Crisis Core, but because I want to replay Crisis Core first, I didn't continue. But I'll continue it at some point because I do want to see like the original stories.
I got a good chunk into the original story, and it's surprisingly good, but I don't know.
I don't know
Like
if it's gonna win though.
Wall.
People don't like it because it's very pay to win.
Yeah, I think Star Rail's got that.
Yeah, probably.
I think we can skip debuting the
Yawning
game. I don't think
during our
any of
fucking
us.
podcast.
Yawning because
Oh,
Honkai
Pizza
Star
Tower.
Rail.
Pizza Tower, like come on. Not even
Sure,
question.
I've not heard of any
I'm
of these
not
games.
much of an indie gamer. Dredge actually seems pretty cool. That is like a HP Lovecraft fishing game.
Oh, huh.
So you have this fishing boat and you go out and you catch all these like fish, and they're all just like eldritch, like abominations.
That's kind of
you know,
cool.
and you bring them back to sell. That's
Yeah.
kind of like the gist of the game. I was kind of following it when it was, I think, Kickstart, some sort of early access thing where you could give them money. I've been following
Yeah.
it since that, but I haven't bought in the game.
Okay.
But I voted for Pizza Tower because it's funny.
Sure, it is funny.
You know so much about Dredge, and you're like talking about it, giving backstory to it, and then you're like, Pizza Tower's kind of funny though. I don't know.
Pizza Tower's funny, man.
Look at the
I
funny
I don't
little
know.
guy.
It's funny. Yeah, I just know the memes, so I was just like, I'm gonna vote for that because I love it.
Okay, fair enough.
Seems legit.
Best independent game. Isn't that the same thing? Aren't both just best indie?
I don't fucking know what
Let's
the difference
see.
is.
Creative and technical achievement.
By a new independent studio for
okay.
creative.
So it has
new
to be there.
studio,
It
yeah.
has to be like someone's first game compared to
Yeah.
this is just best indie game in general. I guess Sea of Stars probably wins this,
Sea of
or
Stars is probably
Dave the
gonna dunk
Diver.
this.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Dave the Diver.
I don't even know what that is.
I also don't know, but I've heard a lot of people say that's really good. Especially like critics are like, yes, Dave the Diver's underrated gem of the year. So I feel like that actually has a pretty good chance as well.
That's cool.
I don't know anything about any of
I've
these
seen
though.
people talk about Dave the Diver, but I don't know. Sea of Stars is definitely like just such a polished and like fun experience, from like the beautiful graphics to like the kind of like Mario and Luigi style combat where you got to do like mini games in the middle of combat.
That's Dave the Diver has that?
No, Sea of Stars.
Oh.
Dave
was
the
about to
Diver
say,
is
that
just
sounds
like
fucking
Mario
awesome.
and Luigi.
I was about to say, I'm getting Dave the Diver right now.
Dave the Diver. I don't even know what you do in Dave the Diver.
You
like
dive.
dive, and then you
bro.
catch it, and then you sell it at your sushi shop.
It's like Dredge.
It's actually very similar to Dredge.
Depressing Dredge and happy
Yeah, that one's
Dredge.
horror. That one's fun.
Yeah, Can a dredge girl get with a Dave the Diver guy?
Exactly. Okay, what else? Best community support.
Oh, I voted for Baldur's Gate 3.
Actually,
Final Fantasy 14 does not deserve it.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy
fuck
14
Final
has
Fantasy
been
14.
Final Fantasy 14 has been on such a terrible streak
oh,
in terms of like
okay.
community. We just had like 6 months, like not even 6 months. We just had we had a moment in time where we were just having like back-to-back drama or just completely random things. And
Mhm.
I think especially now that the latest expansion is ended and people are finally sharing their opinions, a lot of people seem to think that Endwalker was not that great of an expansion, and a lot of people think that the end of Final Fantasy XIV is upon us. Community seems very. There's a lot of there's been a lot of like talking right about this. And it's just between people, the way people act just in this game, because a lot of people are very entitled in 14, right? A lot of people
Mhm.
treat this game as a social sim.
Yeah.
Just all the drama that I've witnessed, all the petty drama. There's a lot of petty drama because it's MMO, you know, like we
Yeah.
don't have anything better to do. So yeah, that's why I
Fair
decided
enough.
not to vote for 14 this year, because I don't think we deserve it.
Is Baldur's Gate
And Baldur's
that
Gate 3
for
has
like
been awesome.
community support though? Like, oh,
I mean,
isn't
I think
community
so,
support like, in my opinion, is more for like ongoing games and like live service games? But Baldur's Gate,
sorta.
isn't it like released and
They
done?
have best ongoing. They have best ongoing. That's a
Yeah,
different
best
category.
ongoing.
Yeah. Okay. True.
That's
Yeah,
what you're thinking
but
of.
Baldur's Gate 3, remember, it started off in early access, and it had a whole
Oh,
road
true.
that people followed the whole way through.
Yeah.
And
Okay. I
without
did
that
forget
community
about that.
support, we probably never would have gotten the game.
Yeah. True. I didn't think about that.
It's
Okay.
unrelated, but why does the Destiny 2 box art look like a Bionicles figure or some shit?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. It kind of looks
That shit
cool.
looks. That shit...
I kind of fuck with it.
We're all gonna play Destiny 2 now.
No.
Okay, it's Baldur's Gate.
Fuck
What
no,
else?
I'm good.
Best ongoing. Genshin Impact. Let's go.
I kind of had a vote for 14.
Fontaine
one.
came out. Genshin is at its peak right now.
I can't vote for Fortnite, man. The item shop is so ass.
I think I'm gonna give it to Cyberpunk just because of its amazing comeback from
What?
dog shit game to like something everybody likes
Dude,
now.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
knew this. Can I just say I knew this shit was gonna happen, man. The second the anime came out and took the hearts of everybody, I'm like, this is the beginning of their redemption, because they're gonna ride this hype. Because I knew they were gonna do this shit, right? They released the anime, everyone loved it, and then they started updating the game.
didn't they
You know,
update it
they started.
before a bit as well?
Yeah, they started working on it around the same time. Like,
Okay.
you know, so they planned this shit out. Like, they knew, like, we're gonna get everyone hooked on
Yeah.
Cyberpunk from the anime. They're gonna want more Cyberpunk, and that's when we come in. We update our game. We make it
True,
not
and
ick.
then you have the expansion and
Yeah,
everything.
and it worked. It worked because now people are like, "Yo, Cyberpunk 2077 is awesome."
I feel like that is not a bad strategy. Like, of course, releasing the game as they did is not good, and they shouldn't have done that. But if you're in that situation, planning your comeback like this is pretty good.
They did,
like,
yeah.
it's
They came
smart
back
to do it like
for
this.
sure.
I don't know if it should be in here though, because all of these are like live service games. Cyberpunk is just a game that got an expansion. Like, with that logic, Tales of Arise should be here. Xenoblade 3 should be here. Like, just a single player RPG that got an expansion. Like, that's not a that's not Genshin or 14 or whatever.
Agree.
Cyberpunk gets a lot of updates though, with like new content.
Yeah, but
but it's not a live service game. Like,
exactly.
eventually, like, updates will stop coming out.
Like, Wolong has their like roadmap for collaborations and
live
updates.
Service, though.
Like,
It's just best ongoing.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. It's weird. Like,
no, you're right. The rest of
I feel like it's not really ongoing in the way that the other games are ongoing games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Cyberpunk do that?
I don't know. I mean, it does it, but like, it doesn't do it to the same extent that like Genshin or 14 or Apex does it. Like Genshin is years
Yeah.
from release, and every year we get like a massive content drop with a new region, a new story, and new characters. So like that's not
Mhm.
really the same as what Cyberpunk is doing.
I feel like while it's commendable that Cyberpunk like had a comeback story,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
like No Man's Sky, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like that doesn't mean you deserve an award, you know? Like your game came out completely broken and just ass.
It depends on
You
the
know?
reward, I feel like.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
really don't like also how the developers of Cyberpunk went on Twitter and were like, "Oh, it was always good." What do you
Oh,
mean?
actually, are they doing
We just
that?
got, yeah, we're just like we just got hated on like early on.
No,
No, the game
I
was
knew
ass.
that fans were saying that, and it's just like, yeah, okay, they're just like fans trying to hype up their shit game, but if the devs are doing it, that's a bit like, bruh, the game
That's
should not
just
have released
That's
like
just
that.
cringe.
That's fucking embarrassing. Like, you released
Yeah,
the
that
game
is
like that, what are
actually
you
just
doing?
cringe that you're talking about your own game like
Yeah,
that.
like it's good
Yeah.
now and they can be proud of that, but they shouldn't be saying that it was always good because that's just not true.
It's just a lie. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just
Yeah.
false information.
No, 14 probably wins this though, don't they win it every year?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
We'll see.
The Genshin fans are gonna.
I
Yeah,
hope
I wouldn't be
so.
They
surprised
murdered
if
Sonic
Genshin.
last year, and now they're gonna murder.
But that
Final
was
Fantasy.
community, that was like, what, player's choice or something? This is like best ongoing, so
It'll probably be 14.
yeah, probably.
Can we skip games for impact and accessibility?
I don't
I just
even know
voted for
what.
fucking Goodbye Volcano High because they kept shoving
Oh,
that
It's
shit in
man.
that
our
one
faces
game
whenever they
from
just kept
all the trailers.
just showing this everywhere during like big events. So I just
Yeah.
voted for
I don't
just
know
voted for
any of
that. It's
these
the only one I
games,
recognize.
and I also don't really like. It's a weird category. I don't know.
performance,
Accessibility.
Ben Starr.
I guess, best performance. Ben Starr just wins this. He has to.
Best performance. Oh, I voted for Neil Newman.
No, but Ben Starr makes the
Neil
funny
Newman was
Twitcher
really,
clips.
Neil Newman was really, really good though. He plays Asterion. He plays
I don't know, man.
gay
I
vampire.
don't really care how good he was. Like,
Ben Starr
like
was
it
fucking.
was
Yeah, but if you
more
romance him and the bear,
phenomenal.
you can have a scene with both of them.
okay. So more so than just the performance, like Ben Starr's like interaction with the community and
He's
like
True.
he's also really funny. Ben
his
Starr is really funny.
presence. Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I feel like
performance-wise,
that's good.
from the ones that I've seen out of these, I feel like he's the best one. And then like the community is just like the little extra thing on top. Oh
Yeah, I mean, I'm not counting the community because this is a
yeah,
an
no, it's
award for
not.
performance.
Yeah, it is. But like, I feel like for performance, he definitely also deserves this.
Yeah, it's
They
a
did a
hard
really
choice,
good
man,
job.
honestly. It's a hard choice. But I voted Neil because
Yeah.
I didn't play 16.
What the fuck,
Oh, man.
bro?
I don't have a fucking PlayStation 5.
They'll wait
Damn.
5 years and it'll come to PC.
Yeah,
Then
I
you'll be
will.
like, damn, I should have voted on Ben Starr for best performance.
And then
you
Clive will
imagine?
turn to the screen and said, "Yes, you should have."
It's like a race up, just living in a dark timeline where I didn't vote for Ben Starr.
Exactly. You put us
My
on
life
the
just
track. You
sucks.
put us on that
Ended.
track now, man.
Yeah,
You
my life
fucked
is
us.
just my life just sucks because I didn't vote for Ben Starr.
He'll
Okay.
win. I feel like
Best
he'll
audio.
win. Best
audio
audio.
Best audio
design.
design. I voted Dead Space because stomping a necromorph's head in sounds really good.
True.
I feel like Dead Space or Resi deserves this one.
Yeah, I feel like horror game audio design is always really fucking good. Maybe.
Then again, Hi-Fi Rush is like a rhythm game. Maybe that
yeah.
one did well. I don't know, I haven't
True.
played any of these.
But this is audio design.
I feel like for a horror
It's not
game,
like-
the audio design has to be like perfect though,
Yeah.
because it gets the mood and like it's like a really big part of the atmosphere is the sound and the audio. So I feel like Resident Evil or Dead Space, maybe Alan Wake
I
2
feel like-
because they do some like weird dreamscape stuff. But I don't know how to play that.
I've
so.
been purposely avoiding Alan Wake 2 because I plan on playing those games. But I feel like Resident Evil 4 remake, doesn't it sound the same as like the previous Resident Evil remake games?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. And I guess it does because it's like the same engine and stuff. So like sound
Yeah.
design wise is probably very similar, but it's like all Resident Evil 4 has a lot more creatures in it than like 2 and 3. Like 2 and 3 just have like the zombies and the Mr. X and Nemesis, but here you have like the Las Plagas and the regenerators and all of that stuff. They sounded really like, I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. I loved the audio design in Dead Space. There's just in Dead Space, you are just constantly like, there is constantly sound you are listening to, and it's so cool because it's hard to differentiate between what
It's the most
Isaac.
nothing burger statement I've ever heard. There's constantly sound that you were
Yeah,
listening.
no, I'm.
I get what he's
explaining it.
saying though. I play this, so I get
There
what
is
he's trying
you
to
are
say.
like when you are playing the game, there is ambience constantly playing, and it's hard to differentiate if it's Isaac hallucinating it or if it's ambience from the ship. You hear stuff like scuttling around, like you can hear like the necromorphs like crawling around the ship, but
Yeah,
because there's the psychological aspect of the game, it's hard to tell if it's Isaac imagining that or if it's actually the ship, because he does like some of the shit you hear like isn't real, right?
yeah,
So I don't know. It's just cool. It's just
true.
cool, and it's
I
like
do think
if you pay attention to it, it's one of those things where it's like, oh shit, like it's really cool when you actually notice it. It's like a
Yeah.
little treat. It's like you notice that stuff in game. It's like it's cool.
Yeah, true. I do think Dead Space probably deserves this more then. Because it is like you are alone on the ship and you're constantly hearing this stuff. And
Yeah, you are
while
constantly hearing what you don't know if that's like, is it just it's like when you're home alone, it's like, oh, what was that sound? Was it just the house settling or is there somebody in the house? You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like that.
It's kind of sad I haven't played Alan Wake 2. I did not expect Alan Wake 2 to be so like well received. Now like seeing it nominated for almost everything.
I'm so glad. I'm
I
so
don't
glad
really
it was
wanna
well
play it.
received. I was really scared it was gonna be doo-doo because I heard that like because we haven't gotten Alan Wake in a while, and I think what was it? American Nightmare? Is that what it's called? I think that was that the last Alan Wake that we got? I heard that was eh.
I have no idea. Isn't there just Alan Wake
I don't know.
1?
I
And
don't
that's
know,
it.
man. I'm
There's
not a
Alan
waker.
Wake, Alan Wake American Nightmare, which it's called something like that. I don't know if it's a spin-off or
I didn't even
what.
know that existed. I thought it was just the first game and then the remaster and then this.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
we'll
I don't
talk
know.
about Alan Wake more because it's nominated for everything. So, what else? Best score
there
in
it is.
music.
Best
There
score
it is,
music,
Alan
Alan Wake,
Wake.
Alan
I
Wake.
voted
let's go.
I voted 16.
Yeah, 16 has this for me as well.
Masayoshi Soken just cannot be beat.
Yeah, so
I feel like it's one of the
16
best
definitely has this for me.
soundtracks that I've heard in a while.
This game has very good soundtrack too, but there's also a lot of moments where there's just like no music, or like the music is just like very light, like piano, like doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. 16
And I mean,
OST, man.
You guys gotta
one
listen to more
thing
14
I will
stuff if you
say
like
I am
16.
disappointed in, again, and it's about the same game, is Octopath 2 did not get a nomination here on Best Score in Music, which like
I've seen that
is
some people are not very
my
happy with that.
that is my second favorite soundtrack of all time. It is unlike anything I've ever heard. The composer just went absolutely apeshit with like every song. Every song just sounds incredible. Like there are fucking 8 final boss themes for each character. There's like there's day and night themes for every single area. There's like there's so much put into the soundtrack of that game that is actually a crime that it's not here. Like I see there's an account I follow on Twitter called Daily RPG Music, and they just post like a song from an RPG every day. And they're so pissed off about this that they're like, for a whole day tomorrow, they're just gonna be posting Octopath 2 songs.
Bro. But yeah, it's a bit weird that it's not here then.
It's like, it's truly a standout soundtrack that like.
Is the Baldur's Gate soundtrack that good? Because I feel like Baldur's Gate's just nominated for everything, but I've not really heard anything of the soundtrack or heard people talk about the soundtrack.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to much of it. None of the songs really stood out to me besides like the character creation.
Then that's a bit weird.
Just, I listened to that for a long time.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The music was good, but
yeah, but I feel like if there's an
I
OST
didn't, like,
that's
stop and,
like Yeah, exactly. I feel like if there's an OST that's like best of the year, it should kind of make you go like stop and be like, holy shit, this music.
Yeah, stop and actually listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
16. If it doesn't win this, the Game Awards are rigged, and
It
Jeff
has to
Keighley
win.
needs to be hung in the town square.
Jesus.
Okay, let's
to
move
see its
on before you
organs
get even more
fall
out of
out of his
hand.
body.
Best art direction.
I don't even know. I can't. What did
I like the
vote for? I
Mario
don't even
art style.
remember.
Mario goes pretty crazy with its art direction, like
Yeah.
especially when you get a Wonder Seed, how trippy the whole game gets. Like that's good.
Somehow every Wonder Seed also like changes it completely differently, so
Mm.
it always
Best
looks
art
different.
direction.
I'm interested that Liza P got in here. I mean, Liza P looks good, but I didn't think like the art direction was that mind blowing. But maybe I'm wrong. I haven't played it.
Yeah, I also haven't played it.
And Zelda had good art direction. The character designs are like immaculate, but
So
I
it's
don't
just
know.
kind of Breath of the Wild's art direction, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like it's just like, not to say it's the same game or anything, but visual wise it looks really similar, so.
I will say Hi-Fi Rush, from what I've seen, did a lot of really cool things with its art style.
True. That's like one of the main things that people are always talking about, so.
Like, it has some of the smoothest like cutscene into gameplay transitions I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's probably the one I voted for. For some reason, the website just reset all my votes, so I couldn't look it up.
Man.
Okay.
Well, guess Mario wins this now. Best narrative. Ooh.
Baldur's Gate 3. Easily Baldur's Gate 3.
I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man was cool.
I like the part where Spider-Man goes, "Good work, Spider-Man," and Spider-Man looks at him and
I don't
goes,
know,
"You
man.
too, Spider-Man."
True, that was peak.
I mean, 16 is the only one I played out of these, so I'm gonna pick 16. But I do think 16 had a very standout narrative. Like, I liked all the characters.
Mm.
The fucking ending, man, still like is sticking with me even to this day. Like, holy shit, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 is the only one I played out of all these, so.
Yeah, I just played Final Fantasy and Spider-Man. While I really, really liked the Final Fantasy narrative, I don't know, liked Spider-Man more, but I'm biased towards Spider-Man, so.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people played Spider-Man like for the narrative. Like that was a very like cinematic narrative focused
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
So,
There
like,
was so much going on in that game with fucking Kraven and the symbiotes, and like, I really, really enjoyed playing that.
Yeah, my favorite thing is when turned into and started telling.
That's like, that's actually a fucking massive spoiler. Even if that's a joke, so I'm just gonna edit in a spoiler
Kayla,
warning.
edit in a spoiler warning and like an alarm siren. You know the alarm siren that when we're about to have like a nuclear war, put that
Yeah.
in.
Well, I will either do that or I'll just bleep it. That's actually a really fucking big spoiler. But
Yeah, just make it sound like I'm like saying slurs or something. Like I like in Spider-Man, Mary Jane said.
I like the
we'll figure it out. Best game direction.
Baldur's
Ooh,
Gate 3.
Spider-Man.
Police.
I don't know.
I just think Baldur's Gate 3 is just it's just cool, you know?
From what I've seen,
The
I'd give it
D&D
to.
aspect of it is very cool.
Yeah, I'd probably give it to Alan Wake. From what I've seen, like the direction and the weird stuff going on in that game is really really cool. And I feel like that stuff is like very unique, and that's like the director's thing going into it, because like Spider-Man was really fucking good, but it's also like very similar to the first game, so it's
Yeah,
not
I was
really
just
an
about to say-
innovation in game design and direction.
Right.
Same thing with Tears of the Kingdom. As good as
Yep.
those games are, they're
You know what?
not that innovative.
I'm gonna
Zelda
give it to
fans
something
will
you didn't
kill
think.
me.
I only played Zelda, so you might think I'd give it to Zelda, but I'm gonna give it to Mario because it would have been so easy for them to churn out another 2D slop Mario.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But
that's
the director
true.
of this
With new
game
things.
wanted to try out new things, and the direction they took is like
That's
genius.
true.
Yep.
Like it's really cool what they did with that
Right.
game.
Same with I said earlier with the Wonder Seas. Every single level does something else that's really fucking cool. So, yeah,
Mhm.
I'll.
Yep. You guys basically said exactly what I think. Spider-Man 2, Legend of Zelda are good games, but they're very similar to their previous entries.
Yeah, like even if they do innovate on some stuff and they change a lot of stuff, it's still like the same base foundation. So Game of the Year, the last
Here it is.
one.
All right, guys, we all know
We all
who's
know
gonna win this.
Baldur's Gate's gonna win this.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be the Baldur's Gate versus
Baldur
Tears of the
Gates.
Kingdom. You know,
Baldur Gates 3.
fight
Maybe
of the century.
true. What's
I
your
want
person?
Baldur's Gate to win just to see a certain reaction, but obviously, you know, Tears of the Kingdom, my third favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
You know, the greatest adventure game and I've ever played, greatest open world game I've ever played.
Yeah, I was gonna ask like what
Definitely.
would be your personal favorite, but I already know because it's literally your top 3 games of all time. So
Even if I could pick, I could pick any game, like forget these nominations, I would
Yeah,
still pick
yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom. Like,
that's what I was
it's
gonna
just-
ask. Like, if you can pick anything, I already know your picks because Juno just played Baldur's Gate 3, and you have like Tears of the Kingdom as like your top 3 games of all time. So
Hey man,
it's okay. That wasn't
I
that wasn't
100%
meant
of the game.
offensive.
So okay, I've been
Yeah.
busy.
I mean,
No,
these
I
games are
don't
all
mean it in
good.
a
I don't
bad way.
care.
That's just what I'm saying.
Mhm.
I don't really care if any of these win. Like these games are all good. The only one
True.
that I'd be salty about would be Alan Wake 2 because like I don't know, man. I'm sure it's good, but like for it to like just slide in there and steal Game
Yeah,
of the Year.
part of me thinks that's a bit of recency bice.
Mhm.
Because
And
it
he kind
did
of looks
just
like
come out.
Jared Leto, so I don't really like that. It's a tiny bit.
Yeah,
That
that's your one
bothers me.
reason.
It's
Like Alan Wake 2 is
rigged.
peak, but it reminds me
Alan
of Jared
Wake
Leto,
looks like
so-
Jared Leto, so it,
So if
that's
Alan
kind of
Wake
why
wins, then it's rigged
Jared
and
Leto
Jared
wins.
Leto did
Did you
something.
see Jared Leto climbing the Empire State
yeah,
Building?
Yeah.
I hope he falls out. Who knows what he's doing, man? He's a weirdo.
Okay.
But yeah, Baldur's Gate probably wins this. I'd
Baldur
give it
Gates.
to Spider-Man because Spider-Man is peak. If I'd had to pick anything from something that wasn't in here, I'd probably pick Raincoat because Raincoat is still like one of my favorite things from this year. I really fucking love that game.
Interesting.
Really surprising because that's the game that like it has a lot more flaws than Resident Evil and Spider-Man and like Tears of the Kingdom and stuff. But there's just something about it that I really fucking love. Like I think
Yeah,
about
so-
that game so often. I actually really, really like it.
It literally is the soul debate. It has soul.
Exactly, that's so.
The only things I see from it was like the few times you streamed it, and then like I saw a line on Twitter where like one of the girls
The
said she was
dummy
like
tick
dummy
line.
tick or something, and I was like, okay, well,
What game?
this is
What are we talking
interesting.
about?
Raincoat.
Raincoat.
Oh,
Oh, there's something about it that I really, really enjoy.
I mean, yeah, the Danganronpa creators always make like
Yeah,
at least
exactly.
memorable games. I don't think they always make good games, but they always make memorable games.
True, true. Like, oh no, I'm
remember that
working.
baseball game they were making?
That's an anime, I think. It's like
Really?
Tribe 9. Yeah, it already came out. He worked on a lot of
Are you
anime
serious?
between. Yeah, he worked on a
Where
lot of
have I been?
anime between like Danganronpa and Raincoat. Now he put out Akudama Drive, which was okay. That's the one that I watched. It was like not
Oh, yeah.
bad, wasn't
Oh,
very
this
great
is-
either. And then Tribe
This is the one
9
with
is the
Corpse
babe wall
Husband
one.
in it.
I didn't watch that one. I'm not really that interested in it.
Yeah, it's the one where in the dub, Corpse Husband plays Ojiro Otori, whoever that is.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
But yeah.
This is never mind. Now I remember why I completely forgot about this. This is a hard pass.
I see.
Raincoat did look cool though.
Oh,
Like, don't get
Raincoat
me
is
wrong, I'm not a
so
Danganronpa
good.
hater. Raincoat does look cool.
I'm really because the
Just a
game
Corpse
has
Husband hater.
a lot of problems still. I'm really fucking excited for a sequel because they are setting up a sequel. And I feel like the
Mhm.
jump between Danganronpa 1 and 2 was really big in quality. And if they do something similar with like from Raincoat 1 to 2, it can easily become like one of my favorite games. 'Cause I really fucking
Yeah.
love that game. But yeah, that was it. That was the JAMcast Game of the Year discussion.
Oh.
That was a
was
long
a long
ass
That
episode.
was a long episode. I have a
Yeah, we're
recording
almost
of
about a
2
lot of
hours.
games.
like an hour 35 minutes
I
recording,
have
but
an
you
hour
did
40.
yeah, but you did like leave for a bit in the middle, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. We'll cut it. We'll edit it. And it's
Yeah,
gonna
so
be
there you
good.
go. Who's game of the year? I'm voting Baldur's Gate.
I'm
What are you guys doing?
voting Spider-Man, but Baldur's Gate's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Tears of the Kingdom, and it's gonna win. Otherwise, we'll have to deal with the Wrath of a Thousand Suns, and I'm not willing to do that.
I need to be there when it happens, though. We talked about this on the Lost episode as well, the one that we recorded, but it got fucking lost. It happens at like 2 a.m. and I have work the next day, but I want to watch it. I want to know.
Call home.
What?
Call out sick.
I can't really call out sick, because if I call out sick, I need a doctor's note. And my doctor is actually like, okay, I will examine you and see if you're actually sick or not.
Mhm.
He won't just like
Grab
write
your
me home.
balls, twist them a
So
little bit, like,
bullshit 'em
oh,
and tell
you're
you that you've
you're
been
fine.
diarrheaing.
Maybe. Or I gotta.
Or just have a weird
Tell-
sleep schedule for a day where you like take
Yeah,
a nap,
exactly.
wake up,
That's
watch
what I'm
it,
thinking.
and then go back to sleep.
I might be able to arrange like home office by that time, and then it doesn't matter if I'm fucking tired in front of my PC because I'm home officing. So
Wait,
I'll-
you're gonna have a stay-at-home job, you lucky dick?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of my colleagues talking about that they're like working from home for a few days a week, so maybe I can arrange something now that I have like my full-time contract. But I'll figure it
Bruh.
out. That's not JAMcast stuff.
This fucking guy.
Oh wait, one small thing. Long episode already, but Game Awards always announces new stuff. Is there anything you guys are hoping for? Anything you guys want to see? New trailer
Dragon-
announcements?
Dragon
Date
Quest
for Silent
3
Hill
remake.
2 would be nice.
Oh, also, there's a lot of
Release
rumors
date.
about a new Monster Hunter that's gonna be like open world or something. I want to see those.
I wonder if the Elden Ring DLC is gonna show up. Because Chef Keighley really likes Elden Ring, and he also announced the game at
Yes,
Game
Elden
Awards.
Ring,
So I
February
feel like the
21st.
DLC will.
I want them to announce a Stranger of Paradise sequel.
That would be so
Oh,
funny.
true. Jack Emperor on his journey to take over Palamecia. That'd be awesome. How he like rose to power.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hoping for some Death Stranding too, and maybe GTA is gonna be there, but that's about it.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
That was-
Anything
Alright,
else
my
we want to
jammers.
add?
That was the second episode of JAMcast. Definitely not the third. There's no other episodes other than this one.
Sadly, because I actually really liked that episode, but this time we did an audio test, so this one should actually release.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
That was the episode. Our plugs are on screen. We also made a Twitter account for the JAMcast. Leave it in
go
the description
follow
on
it.
screen. We tweet like
Follow all of
updates and
us.
stuff. Follow all of us. It's on screen.
We're all funny.
I guess that's about it. I said this last episode, but that got fucking lost. We don't really have a release schedule. It's only episode 2. We're just kind of doing these whenever we have something to talk about. So that's it. Maybe we'll see you all again soon. Maybe it'll be a while. But I feel like with that, I said everything.
I don't know. Do you guys think we might do a follow-up cast post Game Awards talking
We can
about
do
it?
that. Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that could be
That'll
cool.
probably be the next cast then.
True. Okay, so that'll be in
Stay tuned.
early to mid-December. So we'll see you guys there. Goodbye.
Stay tuned.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.